I'm here with Professor George Athanasopoulos, who was kind to accept our invitation for this short interview. Professor Athanasopoulos, good afternoon and welcome to Belgrade.
Thank you.
My first question for you is, do your professional achievement match what you dreamed about when you were a student?
My personal achievement is dedication to the clinical benefit of cardiology patients. This is the ultimate aim of acting cardiologist, not only on a clinical ground, but also on teaching scientific and integrated in an integrated fashion to serve the dedication of contemporary medicine.
In your opinion, what are the hot topics in echocardiography at the moment?
Well, the hot topics of clinical cardiology in general, and that's the reason that the echocardiography itself plays a pivotal role due to its versatility for application, is to apply the new knowledge in the last 15 years for the benefit of the cardiology patients. We have faced in the last 15 years radical changes in the way that we have to proceed with clinical judgment about therapies and outcomes of our patients. There is an enormous amount of data compiled in contemporary guidelines, international guidelines, European, Americans, and our duty of the people who have been voluntarily involved or professionally involved in this task force is to disperse, is to provide on a widespread fashion this new information for the mean cardiology, for the mean doctor dealing with cardiology in every European country. And this meeting serves towards this aim, providing guidance of how to engage properly the echo information on clinical grounds in emergency situations.
How do you manage to balance between your private and professional life?
Well, I had the privilege to work in a hospital in Greece, the Onassis Center, which was dedicated to be a non-profit organization working at the tertiary level and being a prototype for the Hellenic health system for cardiology and cardiovascular surgery. So I was lucky to have an ideal environment to integrate my private practice inside the hospital on an official basis, which helped me a lot to avoid wasting of time and to be more practically dedicated to my ultimate aim to serve cardiology.
In order to master an imaging technique, is it important to have a mentor and gain experience abroad?
Well, in every aspect of diffusing evolving knowledge, you have to obtain the most proper quality of information. The evolution of technology, imaging, clinical cardiology necessitates, first of all, for yourself to have at least a mean level of background. So you have to protect this mean level of background and then to try to find out the ways to be properly connected with centers of excellence in order to expand your abilities and your efficiency. But the key point is to organize within our national structure centers of excellence and to organize course places who are central points to develop the new medical generation. This is the role of universities, of course, but at the same time, this is the complementary role for tertiary centers, which might provide also additional, apart from the clinical, also educational and teaching services.
What is your advice for cardiologists who have just started their professional career?
The key issue for the new generation of doctors who are willing to evolve themselves as efficient cardiologists in contemporary times is, first of all, to secure their clinical background. First aim is to secure their clinical background, to improve as much as it is possible their clinical authority, and then having already established this clinical authority in cardiology, then the next step will be to find a more dedicated and smaller discipline to deal with, providing that this discipline is also linked and usefully adjusted to their clinical duties and their clinical personality. The problem currently is that due to the ambitious attitude which exists quite often in Europe, the new doctors exaggerate. They don't take care properly their clinical background. They follow a very narrow and very super specialized task, and then they're missed in chaos because there is a lot of information which is widespread, a lot of information which might be obtained, but with ambiguous clinical utility, providing that you don't have the proper filters to judge about the amount of information which is useful for your patient and for your society at the end of the day.
Thank you for your time.
Okay, thank you. Thank you also. Thank you.